Hi everyone, welcome back to Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alishia. Thank you all so very much for being here. I ended the last reading and I was like, I really want to get another one. I want to focus on your projects, goals, career, whatever it might be, because we did pick up that you were in this glow up energy, and I just, I didn't want to like put out the only reading today about a freaking blood-sucking parasite. Like, honestly, I am so sick of picking up on that energy. It's like, ugh, leave us alone, die already, like. Speaking of parasites, I don't know why I just heard that, but like some of you may be looking into the nasty business of like a parasite cleanse or something right now. I don't know why I picked that up, but maybe. But yeah, anyways, parasite cleanse. I don't know. That's so gross. Anyways, we all have parasites. Everyone's got them. But yeah, some kind of cleanse. It's gross. It's gross. It's gross. Anyways, all right. Let's do the thing. I'm going to pull on the life purpose deck to see what's going on. Heart's desires. Let's get back on track, okay? The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. That's what I'm talking about. We're picking up on this energy that you're in the glow up vibe right now. So like whatever you touch, you've got the Midas touch right now. So whatever you touch turns to gold, okay? Yeah, and as long as you're following your heart's desire, whatever that might be for you, it doesn't really matter, okay? You might, back with the parasites, I was going to say you might be the person who's like pushing parasite cleanses. That might be what you want to do to help people. Like, I don't know what you do, okay? Put it in the comments if you want to let me know what it is that you do. But yeah, I mean, as long as you're following your heart's desire, right now the universe, spirit, your angels, guides, spirit, ancestors, all the whole team, you have galactic support right now. Okay, and we have options, okay? Options. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you by following your heart's desires, okay? And that's what you could have already been doing, right? And I do feel like you have been, maybe in the last reading, we talked about someone here, and I don't want to really bring their energy in, but I feel like it's relevant because that person underestimated you and your abilities. And I feel like what happened was, I feel like you may have done the same thing at some point, underestimated your own ability to align with your own heart's desires in a way, like oftentimes that we can, our little self-saboteur inside our mind can tell us that, hey, that's not going to work, when in reality it is. Like if it's something that you really, really, truly desire in your heart of hearts, like that's what you're supposed to do. It's going to work, right? It's going to work out for you. It's going to work out for you. We have time to decide. It's time to decide. So make a decision based on your heart's true desire. Do it. You have a lot of options right now. It's time to just make that call. Make that call. We also have teaching at the bottom of the deck. So no matter what you're doing, you are meant to teach people in some type of way, right? You inspire people to learn. You're a natural born teacher, okay? We also had animals here, so it could have something to do with animals, caring for animals, advocating for animals, anything, something to do with animals. Maybe you're called to maybe what brings you the most joy is bringing kittens to old people in retirement homes or something. I don't know, it could be anything. That was a really random example, but I think it's so sweet, right? I think it's so sweet to involve animals and care, for mental, emotional health and stuff. Anyways, let's get into it. What other messages Spirit want to come out for the glow up reading? This is if you're not already on your glow up, let's talk about getting there, okay? Let's get there. What's the glow up energy? What's the glow up message? Okay, we have karma. I love this. Okay, this is judgment, right? This is once you make your decision, once you follow that path, your heart's true desire, you're not going to have to look back, right? You plant the good seeds and you will grow the beautiful things, right? We also have the Empress wanting to come up here as well. Whatever it is that you desire, you are currently, the Empress is all about giving life, creating abundance. And doing so from feminine energy is naturally just very creative and abundant, but it's a nurturing. You're nurturing your dream. You're allowing it to grow. You're giving new life, not only to yourself, but you're inspiring others as well as you're doing this. So you are not only a natural born teacher, but you're like, it's the mother archetype. So you're like, you're caring for others, you're helping others, you're in service to others, right? Again, just to clarify, the Empress is not someone who allows themselves to be stepped on or taken advantage of. Like, there's a certain thing to be said if you're somebody who is in service to others, or you're a healer and you want to help people. The biggest lesson, and I'm speaking from experience as somebody who's always wanted to like save the world or like heal the world, or, you know, I've had that calling to help people. You know, sometimes we can be very self-sacrificing in doing that, but not the Empress. You've learned your lessons, right? You have to maintain your own health, your own boundaries, your own, you know, your cup has to be full already before you can give to others. So the Empress doesn't allow blood-sucking parasites into their energy because they don't have time for that. Their focus needs to go on what it is that they're trying to grow, right? Just saying, which is interesting. I don't know why Spirit is like putting gross stuff in my mind. I was just about to say, well, technically the Empress, the mother, like, you know, the female of the species, like grows a child, or, you know what I mean, a baby, and that's technically like living off of her like a parasite. Okay, listen, but that's the giving life. Okay, that's the actual role of the Empress, is to give life. That's where the focus needs to be on. Okay, what is, you know, the loving, what you love. Okay, focus on growing and giving life to what you love. Okay. All right. Why Spirit? Okay. We have the King of Swords. Yeah, I feel like that's just confirming what I was already talking about. The King of Swords, just like the Queen of Swords, is somebody who's going to like really weigh out their time, and use their time, use their energy very wisely, very in a logical way. It's like, no, I just don't have time. I literally don't have time to deal with people who aren't coming at me with truth, integrity. You know, like the King of Swords wields the sword of justice, the sword of truth, right? And is not afraid to wield it. So it's like, I will bring down the hammer if you're coming at me in an energy that's not correct. Okay. Just so you know, just so you know. But I know this is about you. Okay. So this is you having to maintain the boundaries and having to enforce the boundaries and the laws, and your boundaries and laws, right? As you move forward, what's most important to you? You're focusing on what's giving you life right now, what is bringing in the glow up, what your heart's desire is. Okay. And once you make that decision, you're going to be extremely focused on it. Okay. You've got what it takes for this. Look at that's the Ace of Pentacles. Everything you touch turns to gold right now. Whatever it is that you put your focus on is going to work. Just so you know. Just so you know. We have the Five of Swords. On the bottom of the deck, the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Swords. Listen, you might... There's something coming into you, and it's kind of like a little bit of a warning. So there's an opportunity that Spirit's like, if you don't act on it, you could regret it later. Spirit's like kind of giving this message right now of like, you know how I was just talking about using your logical mind and being very discerning, and, you know, using that sort of truth to determine who gets your energy and time and who doesn't, and things like that. And what you're doing. Okay. Make sure there's something, you don't want to swing too far in the opposite direction of your intuition. So there's something that you feel like you need to include, or let's say you're working on a plan and you're like, well, I want to put this in, but I don't know how it would fit. There might be an opportunity for you to change something, or an opportunity that comes in for you. You just don't want to miss it. You don't want to regret not doing it the first time. There's something here. Tell me more about that. What is this opportunity even talking about? Like, what is this? It's Ace of Cups. Oh, I see. It's going back to... There's something that you really love, something that you were very passionate about. Don't let someone talk you out of this. Yeah, we have the shadow side and then strength. We have the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. You literally have this, you're in this moment right now that you could really change the trajectory of your life. It's really quite beautiful. There's also the possibility that you could self-sabotage, okay? By believing in what the mind or the ego or a voice is saying, you can't do this. You don't have this. You don't have what it takes. You don't whatever. It's our inner saboteur. Spirit saying, don't listen to it. Don't miss on this opportunity because you're bringing something beautiful and unique to the table. And you are going to be very successful. You have the support of the universe right now. The Spirit's got your back. You can do this. Spirit's wanting you to overcome the shadow side, which is the devil in this deck. So whenever we see strength, we know the devil's there. The devil's present or has recently been lurking around in the darkness, right? In the deepest, darkest corners of your mind, your psyche, your subconscious, whatever. In the ego saying no. The ego, we really have to check our ego, especially when we're trying to align or do something different, do something new, or align with our heart's desire, right? Because the ego's like, no, it's unfamiliar. We don't know where we're going to land. We don't know if it's going to work out. You can't do this. But the reason why it does that is it's trying to protect you because it does not like the unfamiliar. The ego likes to be able to predict what's going to happen. And oftentimes we can stay stuck doing things like doing the same things all the time or doing things that we know isn't good for us because we know what's going to happen at least. At least we know. At least we know how it's going to turn out. But that's not how we actually align with our glow up energy. We have to take a risk and do something a little bit daring. We have to keep our ego in check. We have to overcome that. Quiet the mind, quiet the ego, soothe it, do it nicely. We're not sitting here like the lion does represent that inner beast that we all kind of have, right? That saboteur. And it's like in every single one of the strength cards that ever exists, that follows the kind of traditional Rider-Waite imagery with the woman and the lion. You always see the woman being very kind, gentle, compassionate, doing so with a quiet strength, subduing the beast with a quiet strength, right? And a confident strength, okay? It's not like by force, it's by calming and soothing. So this is really what I'm pulling out. It's like, don't beat yourself up. You know, we can integrate the shadow. That's the purpose. We're not supposed to shame our shadow, shame the ego. We say, thank you for trying to protect me, ego. But this is really what I want to do right now. So good job. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Maybe try to warn me like when I'm on the edge of a cliff or something, but this is okay. We've got this. We can do this. We're making a big change and I know it's hard. Like gentle parent your ego, you know? I know you have big feelings about me making a career change right now, but I can do this and we're going to be okay. But anyway, that's kind of like, that's the message, right? Don't beat yourself up. You know, and don't allow the ego to stop you from following an intuition, following that heart's desire, again, you're going to use your logical mind, okay? But you still need to be able to, like, don't allow it to take over and stop you from moving towards this heart's desire, okay? Because it's guaranteed to bring in, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is the glow up energy. Okay. The glow up energy. And then we also have the Ace of Cups, which is you being like emotionally satisfied. So there's that. You want to be happy? Follow that heart, follow that beautiful heart of yours. Okay. And it'll get you places. So I'm going to give you 3 oracle messages. Let me just get the decks. I've got decks all around me. Decks rule everything around me. Anyways, interesting. Okay. Okay, let's get you a message. What deck is this? It's called Ask and It Is Given. It Shall Be Given. It's the Esther Hicks one. All right, an empty feeling is telling me something important. I don't know why this one's come out. A negative feeling indicates that your current choice of thoughts is so out of harmony with your source energy that you are disallowing your full connection to that energy stream. You could say that your fuel tank is approaching empty. Your emotions do not create, but they do indicate what you are currently attracting. Okay. An empty feeling is telling me something important. Watch your thoughts. I guess I would relate that to checking the ego as well. If you're feeling tired, take a nap, like fill your tank back up. But your emotions do not create. They do indicate that you are what you are currently attracting. Watch your feelings. An empty feeling is telling you something very important. Okay, so that is a message for you. Maybe it's with your current career choice. I don't know. You have to apply it to yourself, okay? Because sometimes I get the messages, but I don't really understand exactly how they're going to be interpreted on your end, right? Because I can't read your mind from the screen. What a power that would be. I would not want it. No, no, no. Can you imagine? Whew, if you could pick up on things, all the people that are all like, anyways, it doesn't matter. Okay, here's the card that came out for you. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. That's Temperance energy. Transmuting. I like to say turning your pain into mission fuel. You have that ability, okay? Let's see what this last affirmation. You know what? I'm going to give you... Yes, I have it here. I'm going to give you an affirmation to work with as well, but this one's fun, okay? Here's the picture. It's a little giraffe listening to music in a cloud and a rainbow. The ultimate potential. Makes sense. I choose to live a life of my fullest potential. I trust that this will draw me towards experiences and people that support my growth and accomplishment. Tuning into this frequency, I now reach higher heights than I ever thought possible. Knowing that's an option, why would I have ever tuned into anything else? I'm looking at you, smooth jazz and talk radio. All right, well, whoever wrote this deck doesn't like those things. Anyways, moving on to your affirmation. Moving on. Oh, it's getting dark outside, hey? It's getting dark where I'm at right now. My future is glorious. Repeat that after me. My future is glorious. I like to say my life is glorious now too, because it's not just about the future. Because if we're constantly saying my future is glorious, then we're never going to reach it, because it's always going to be the future. So let's replace that with my life is glorious right now and in the future and always. Okay. I now live in limitless love, light, and joy. All is well in my world. That's a little bit better, more in the present tense. Anyway, friends, thank you so very much for tuning into the second reading, the second portion, I guess. I'm sending you lots of love. I hope these messages helped in some type of way. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to join our beautiful tribe. It's free to do. That's all you have to do is subscribe, and we'll be back with more readings, okay? I did already do all the water sign readings, and I will be working through all the rest of them as well. Just putting out some zodiacs just to put out some feelers to see if y'all want me to do those. But yeah, sending lots of love. Thank you, and I'll speak to you again soon. Hearts and stars.